Welcome to our deep dive on making the most of a $300,000 windfall. Today we'll explore whether to prioritize lifestyle upgrades, retirement maximization, or building a powerful cash flow fortress. As we move through each option, we'll focus on what truly improves quality of life while protecting against financial volatility. Let's get started. Before we dive in, this video is educational and not financial advice. Your situation is unique. Please consult a licensed professional, and remember that tax rules, mortgage recast availability, and refinance terms vary by lender and by region. All examples are simplified for illustration. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll reframe the dilemma in everyday language. Next, we'll compare the three main paths: lifestyle splurge, retirement blitz, and the cash flow fortress. Then we'll explain how a mortgage recast can change your month-to-month reality. After that, we'll propose a hybrid plan to balance joy and security. We'll also give you a step-by-step checklist and a couple of quick quizzes to solidify your understanding. To begin, let's reframe the windfall. A six-figure sum, like $300,000, is not usually a complete retirement solution. Instead, it is a leverage moment that can change your trajectory. When your household faces high fixed costs, like a substantial mortgage and expensive childcare, monthly cash flow becomes the most critical metric. Therefore, the real goal is to improve both quality of life today and resilience for tomorrow. Let's compare two of the most polarizing paths. On the left, the lifestyle splurge focuses on immediate upgrades, such as a $75,000 kitchen renovation. This path can increase daily happiness and may boost home value. The trade-off is dedicating funds away from long-term compounding. On the right, the cash flow fortress prioritizes paying down principal and then recasting the mortgage. This strategy captures a guaranteed, risk-free return equivalent to your interest rate and lowers your required monthly payment, which boosts flexibility and resilience. We will discuss Path 2, the retirement blitz, in a moment, and then circle back to how a hybrid can combine the best elements. Now let's briefly spotlight Path 2, the retirement blitz. This path directs the windfall into tax-advantaged accounts to maximize long-term growth and tax efficiency. While this is mathematically compelling, it may not relieve immediate strain during high-expense years, such as when childcare and other fixed commitments are at their peak. Consequently, this path can feel less helpful today, even if it benefits the future. This mind map organizes the decision around the three main paths and a hybrid. At the center is the windfall. Each branch outlines pros and cons, as well as key performance indicators such as monthly payment reduction, emergency fund runway, and job flexibility. This helps visualize how each strategy impacts both present lifestyle and future resilience. Now let's cover the mechanics. A recast is not a refinance. You keep the same interest rate and remaining term. You make a lump sum principal payment, and then request a recast from your lender. If approved, and after any small administrative fee, your monthly payment is recalculated based on the new, lower principal. The outcome is a significantly lower required payment, which strengthens cash flow without changing your rate. Here's a concise checklist. First, call your lender to confirm that recasting is available and ask about fees and minimum payment thresholds. Second, verify the minimum lump sum needed to trigger a recast. Third, make the principal payment and save the confirmation. Fourth, submit the formal recast request with any documents required. Fifth, review the new amortization schedule and updated payment amount. Finally, update your monthly budget and emergency fund targets to reflect the improved cash flow. Here are illustrative examples to show trade-offs. The all-in fortress sends the entire windfall to principal, recasts, and produces the lowest payment and largest monthly savings. The balanced hybrid splits funds among principal reduction, a targeted lifestyle upgrade, and some retirement contributions, leading to meaningful payment reductions while improving the home. The lifestyle-first scenario emphasizes upgrades and retirement funding, leaving less for principal reduction and therefore smaller payment savings. These are approximate ranges for demonstration only. Actual results depend on your rate, remaining term, loan balance, taxes, and lender policies. This pie chart illustrates a sample hybrid allocation. 75% goes to principal paydown to secure a large reduction in required monthly payment. 17% funds a meaningful but not excessive home upgrade. 8% goes to retirement or tax-advantaged accounts to maintain long-term compounding. The percentages can be tuned to taste, but the emphasis on principal reduction is what drives monthly relief. This timeline shows how the benefits stack up. At the start, the windfall arrives. Shortly after, a principal payment and recast are executed. Immediately, the required payment drops, increasing emergency fund runway. Over the next 1 to 3 years, peak childcare costs remain, but are more manageable thanks to the lower housing payment. As time progresses, career flexibility improves. Even if a market volatility event occurs, the household remains stable due to reduced mandatory expenses. Why does the cash flow fortress often win? First, volatility protection. Lowering required housing costs cushions job and market shocks. Second, it delivers a guaranteed, risk-free return equal to your mortgage rate, which may exceed current bond yields. Third, it increases optionality, giving you freedom to change jobs or pursue opportunities without the same financial pressure. To balance present happiness and future security, hybridizing can be powerful. Use principal paydown and recast to lock in stability. Reserve a modest budget, for example $15,000 to $50,000, for a targeted lifestyle upgrade that you will enjoy every day. Finally, keep a slice for retirement accounts so compounding continues. This three-part approach respects both your emotional well-being now and your long-term goals. Quiz time. Which action directly lowers your mandatory housing cost without changing your interest rate? Option A. Refinancing into a new loan. Option B. Investing the windfall in an index fund. Option C. Making a lump sum principal payment and requesting a mortgage recast. Option D. Doing a $75,000 kitchen upgrade. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section. The correct answer is C. A recast recalculates your payment using the lower principal while keeping the same rate and term. Refinancing changes the loan. Investing and home upgrades do not directly reduce your required mortgage payment. Second quiz. Paying down a 6.25% fixed-rate mortgage is most comparable to which type of return? Option A. A risky equity return that could be negative. Option B. A risk-free, after-tax return roughly equal to the interest rate. Option C. A cash drag that reduces net worth. Option D. A return that only reduces interest but not principal. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section. The correct answer is B. Reducing a 6.25% fixed-rate debt is effectively a risk-free, after-tax return of about the same rate, which can be attractive compared to prevailing bond yields. It is not comparable to a risky equity return, nor is it a cash drag. It reduces both interest costs and outstanding principal. Here are the key takeaways. First, during high expense years, cash flow is king. Second, a lump sum principal payment, followed by a recast, can significantly reduce required payments. Third, a hybrid strategy balances joy today with freedom tomorrow. Finally, volatility protection and optionality frequently outperform the pursuit of marginal returns. In summary, clarify your goals and constraints. If your lender allows it, prioritize principal paydown followed by a recast to capture immediate payment relief. Allocate a measured amount to a high-utility upgrade that improves daily life. Maintain retirement contributions to preserve compounding. Use your lower monthly burn to extend emergency fund runway. Finally, reassess annually as childcare and other fixed costs evolve. Here is a quick reference in Markdown form. First, recast versus refinance. A recast keeps your rate and term but lowers your payment after a lump sum. A refinance is a new loan with new terms and potential closing costs. Second, a KPI dashboard. Track the monthly payment change, your cash runway, and your flexibility to make career moves. Third, a rule of thumb. When cash flow is tight and your mortgage rate is 6% or higher, a recast after a principal lump sum often provides the most tangible relief. As always, confirm specifics with your lender. Thanks for watching. If this helped you think more clearly about your options, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more smart money breakdowns. Tell us in the comments what you would do with $300,000 and why.